Monica, this sounds like a great time for you to come up here. Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and hello. We are going to start today. We have a short briefing, but also a save the date for you, which I will read. So this morning, President Maria Fernanda Espinosa delivered the keynote address at the International Dialogue on Migration 2019. The event is focusing on the role of youth and migration and how to engage youth as key partners in migration governance. Ms. Espinosa highlighted some challenges faced by young migrants, such as social exclusion, stigmatization, xenophobia, racism, and intolerance. The PGA stressed that the fact that migrants young women, for example, have to fight triple discrimination associated with their gender, their age, and their migrant status. According to the International Organization for Migration, IOM, 11% of all migrants are between 15 and 24 years of age. Ms. Espinosa reiterated the importance of protecting their fundamental rights to health services, quality education, housing, and other basic services. According to the PGA, young migrants are agents of change and key actors in the process of building peaceful and inclusive societies. Ms. Espinosa spoke at the opening session of the International Dialogue on Migration 2019, which is also being attended by the Director General of the International Organization for Migration, Mr. Antonio Vitorino, and the Secretary General's Special Envoy on Youth, Ms. Jayatma Wickramanayake. More on these events on our website. On the PGA's agenda, Ms. Espinosa started her day at the Mission of Belgium, attending a meeting with the Group of Friends of Decent Work, which is one of her priorities. She then delivered the opening remarks at the launch of revitalization process, which is one also of the PGA's 7 priorities. The PGA spoke at the International Dialogue for Migration with the focus on engaging youth as key partners, and this afternoon she will hold separate bilateral meetings on South-South cooperation, Mr. George Shediak, and the Security Council with the Security Council President, the Ambassador of Equatorial Guinea, His Excellency Anatolio Ndong Mba. And you can find more information, of course, on our YouTube channel, United Nations GA73. And now, save the date. I'm happy to announce that the President will hold a press conference here on 8th of March at 11 a.m. So the PGA will deliver her opening remarks for 5 minutes and then take your questions. We look forward to a great interaction with you. And the briefing is at 11 a.m. on 8th of March. So this is all from us. Do you have any questions? Yes.
Yes, thank you. Today there is the UN, the President of the European Parliament, Tajani. He's going to meet the Secretary General. Is any meeting scheduled with Fernanda Espinosa, with the President of the General Assembly? And if there is any contact, is the issue of the migration, young migrants, is going to be something that maybe the President of the General Assembly is going to ask to the European President?
No, Stefano, thank you very much for your question. On her agenda, there is no such meeting scheduled, but of course you know that President Espinosa is in close contact with representatives in Europe on the level of prime ministers, the ministerial level, and also organizations. As this is a subject, a theme that is very close to her, it's actually one of her priorities, migration refugees, and very soon she will be traveling to the region and addressing this issue directly. Yes, thank you. Masood, you have a question? Yes. Welcome back.
Yes, thank you, Monica, and welcome back to you too.
Thank you.
I just wanted to ask you, does the President of General Assembly have any, can she weigh in on the situation in South Asia, especially she visited Pakistan recently and the conflict that is happening there now? She had a position to take, at least talk about it at all?
Yes, Masoud, the PJ is actually following with great concern the latest reports on the situation between India and Pakistan. As you well mentioned, she went to the region, she went to Pakistan, but also before she took office, she went to India, as you will recall. She actually asks for both sides right now to seek dialogue to avoid an escalation of tensions, but also to avoid a further tragic loss of life. And she stresses that the use of diplomatic means is basically the best way to settle political differences, to settle political disputes. And she hopes that the relevant parties can actually resolve the current situation through peaceful means. But thank you for your question. Stefan?
Yes. Did the Venezuela opposition, and in particular Guaido ambassadors that are already traveling around also in this country, did they attempt any contact with the President of the General Assembly in the last days?
The PJ is very concerned about the situation in Venezuela as well, and she has spoken clearly to all sides that it's important to take the well-being of Venezuelans at heart right now, to seek a constructive dialogue, to seek, diplomatic means. She condemned the violence in Venezuela, the tragic deaths since the last weekend, as we followed through the media. She also sent her condolences to all bereaved families and, again, stressed the call for urgent dialogue, for constructive dialogue, that the well-being of Venezuelans can be can be prioritized, and that the situation can be, the tensions can be resolved. But thank you. So I see you tomorrow, and at the same time, thank you very much. Thank you.